Jobber Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc in casas, in su casas. We do again want to thank Guy Jack for such a dope ass interview. You guys can check that out on all of our streaming platforms. It was yo, Michael had came back and he was like, yo, was he laying down? I said, nigga, yeah, he was laying
It looked
down.
like it.
He was comfortable. And but no, it was such an insightful interview. It was so down. He's so down to earth, so casual, and it was a really great insight on his experience in the WWE and also in Ring of Honor as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
make sure to
right.
check that out. As announced yesterday, once again we're a month out from JobberSlam 4 coming to the ring. So make sure to get your tickets. We do have a new main event. It is the end of the finish the story, Sir Wilkins.
I'm gonna finish the story. Finishing the story. I am tired of being disrespected by this man, Darius Carter. It is over.
All right, so we announced yesterday that the new main event will be Sir Wilkins versus Darius Carter in a steel cage match. We have been working tirelessly to find this cage to keep these two in it. So we're really excited. So make sure tickets are on sale. As we mentioned, sponsorships are still available. So make sure you can hit us up for more information on that. We again do have some other matches that we did announce previously, as Mrblacc will go through them if he has them, and then I can tell you guys. And
Sorry.
then, all right, we have an awesome treat for you guys. We have the NWA Women's Tag Team, the King Bees, in the building going against Survival of the Sickest. Um, Super excited about the ladies representing NWA at JobberSlam. First time ever NWA is being represented at JobberSlam. So super honored and excited about that. Next, we have Savannah Evans coming after Cosmic Icon title. We have the champion Cosmic going against Savannah Evans, Impact own. So super excited to see what Jobbertears South has in store for this whole card. So looking forward to that. I really want to say this first time ever. So I'm excited about
I
this.
think so
Charles
too.
versus champion Steve Pinion for the 5 point championship. Super excited about that. There's a whole lot of poppy magic going on. Very
Hmm.
interested how this is going to go down. We did announce, I believe last week, we have a Fatal 4 match. We have Trevor Aeon going against JC Storm, representing for the ladies, going against Rob Killjoy, our favorite Duck, and then our favorite Lion, Jay Lion, in the building in that Fatal 4-way. So make sure to look out for that.
And that's it.
And that's it. We do
Oh
still
no,
have
no,
one.
no. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh
We
shoot.
got one point.
Dang, I forgot. We got this.
Shit, we're boys.
Yeah,
Don't say it again.
no, like, because we're cool, that's why I feel like I can say it.
Just don't say it again.
Flop dollar.
What? Oh. Hold up. See, that's the problem with you boys. You internet people, you think this is a joke. You think this is a game. This is not a game. This is not a game, Malcolm. I'm a champion. Get your hand out your face.
It took a couple days to think about what happened. And AJ, I thought we were friends, man. But you decided to slap me in the face and call me a corny internet person. Nah, I'm not like these other internet people. I'm not built like these other internet people. I will size you up and drop you on your head. Which I plan on doing. I made some phone calls, and I know you agreed as well. August 24th, Brooklyn, New York. JobberSlam 4, AJ Francis versus Muscle Man Malcolm. And by August, I hope you still have that title, AJ. Because I am digital media, and I want it.
I can't take a loss.
You called it a special attraction match?
Well,
Yo, my man Malcolm lit. First match,
Okay.
special attraction.
Special attraction.
So
got.
Malcolm is Brock Lesnar?
You said Brock Lesnar.
So that's who Malcolm is. Special attraction match, you said. That's Brock Lesnar style.
I was thinking like Brock's here. Brock's coming. Y'all pop. I secretly popped. I was like, wait, what? But no, we got AJ Francis going against Muscle Man Malcolm. Super excited. The social media content family is all on Malcolm's side, all across the country. I'm telling you. So make sure to come out. We do have a few more matches to announce within the next few weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, tickets are on sale. Sponsorships are still available, as I mentioned. So make sure to come out and support our biggest summer event of the year. So super excited to, our fourth one. So we'll see. Every one of them has been different in its own way. So it's interesting. The location for the fourth one is where the first one, where it all started. So it's kind of going to be a full circle experience. So it's super excited about that. We got people coming from out of town, flying in, like super blessed and humbled and honored that people really do want to support us.
JobberSlam is for the niggas.
Yeah. You
JobberSlam
know what
for
else
the
is for
niggas.
you know what else is for the niggas.
Nah, like everybody always tell about jobs. They say, "Oh man," then when they come, they're like, "Yo, it was fun." They tell everybody like, "Yo, it was fun." Like
The time.
people literally went back to work and said, "Yo, it was fun. I can't wait for next year."
So yeah, so make sure once again get your tickets while they are available. What else is going on before we do jump into? I mean, blood and guts and A dubs and all this other stuff
Um,
going on. Oh, we got a TNA New World Champion. I mean, he's always going to be, the Ziggy to me. But Nick Namath is the new TNA. This partnership with TNA and NXT. Go ahead, tell you.
it's weird.
It's interesting because
It's very
even when I
interesting.
watched NXT this past week, I was like, let me explain something to y'all. They got Impact stars main eventing NXT, the TV show. Like, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very interesting partnership. They got next week, week one of Great American Bash, where they got Joe Hendry doing a musical live.
Right.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
But
it's interesting because of the times that we're in now when it comes to like having other talents on the show doing things and main eventing and it's
But then again, this is the same play that WWE did when it got evolved.
I think it's
I
So like
do,
how that it could be a power move for them to buy them. I'm not trying to think like that, but
actually don't see that happening. I do see. I mean, like I said, we talked about it last week. At minimum they gonna end up taking some talent. At minimum,
of course. Like Joe Henry is definitely going to WWE.
yeah.
yo, Shawn Michaels is just because I'm saying like who's paying these people when they on NXT? Who's paying these
Joe
people?
Henry.
Because I'm like Joe Henry been on this damn TV screen for at least a month.
Yo, off of crossover, speaking of crossovers, I saw Deadpool versus Wolverine last night.
I did too. I saw it yesterday.
How did
Is
you
it
like
good?
it?
So I'm not the super comic in that's not my juice, but it's a good movie. It's funny. I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's hilarious. So it is funny. Fucking Hugh Jackman looks hot as fuck. Like I was like, yo, this is Wolverine nigga. He's hot. Like hot. But no, it was really it's from somebody that doesn't is it into the comics. And then with Michael, he was and he like people in the movie theater was like screaming and popping and clapping, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, this is okay. But from what he said, it ties in a lot of different pieces, which is
All
really
right.
good for people that like like watch like low key or things like that. It ties in a lot of those things. So, but I thought it was a good movie. It was funny. I enjoyed it because yeah, we had went to go see it yesterday afternoon.
Okay. I'll go
What
see
did
it
you
now.
think of it?
1 second. I thought it was so. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, and then I truly enjoyed like um what it brought. It was a fun, if it makes sense. That's
Yeah.
what it was. It was a fun movie. It was fun. It had its moment. A couple times the story kind of got lost a little bit, but it was a fun movie. It did its job. I don't want to spoil nothing. Y'all niggas got until Monday. Um,
Ah,
but the cameos were fire.
Yeah, yeah.
There was one that I saw and I was like, oh,
I
I didn't
popped
expect this. I
one.
popped hard.
I'm gonna
I
see it Thursday. I mean, like I'm gonna see it Tuesday because it's $5 Tuesdays.
I was about to say,
So
yeah, $5 or
yeah.
$7
But
Tuesday
like,
somewhere.
nah, I'm gonna spend extra money to get a 4D where like the chair moves and stuff like that.
Let me
So
tell y'all about that 4DX shit. Let me explain something to you. Yarly, but don't go there high. Don't do it to yourself. You're gonna stand in your pants if you do that. Let me tell y'all, when I went to Miami last weekend, we had a free day.
Mhm.
Me and my homeboy Tanel, shout out to Tanel because he was a trooper king with me. We had went to go see Twisters in 4DX, and that was the first time I ever did that shit. Nigga, I was in the tornado. That shit should have seatbelts. That's how intense that shit was.
I gotta watch Twister in
Like, nigga,
4D now.
like that was the hardest way to experience a movie.
I gotta
Hands
see
down.
Twister now.
I heard about that. I heard about that. But
Nah,
I got
that
I
shit was
had
elite.
I had gotten
Oh,
the fucking $25 Deadpool cup. So
is it worth it?
I'll show you right. I can use it repeatedly.
I mean, that's any cup that you take.
No, it's a good cup. It's a good cup.
Because I have a big cup from when we went to go see Batman. That was a while ago, but it's a
You
huge
know what?
ass
I
cup.
might buy the cup because you know what? Why not?
Nah, the cup is fire. It comes with a toy too. The cup was fire.
Oh, okay. Now that elevates
All right,
the
I'm gonna
cup.
get it now. I'm gonna get it now.
You see it?
But now that 4DX,
No,
and
I
you
don't
know
see it.
Hold on, let me
you
show it to
can't
y'all.
you can't see the 4DX in
Bro,
any.
it's going on. It's for sale on websites for $100 right now.
How much?
Mhm.
Dang, I'm about to sell mine then.
I'm gonna show you guys in a second. It's that like. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on.
Cause
Like
yeah,
it's
no.
legit. It's legit. Like
But yeah, we won't spoil it. Just make sure to go see it. It definitely because I didn't realize until the beginning credits. I was like, oh wait, this a Marvel situation? Okay. Oh, I like that cup.
yeah. So this is how the cup looks. Like
Oh,
it was
Look at the
legit.
$24 right there. They showed both of them, Wolverine and both of them. Yeah, that
Sold
one.
out though. Sold out.
Mm.
But it's a good cup though, boy.
nah, it
It's a
looked good. It looks sturdy. I like it.
it was a good
Nah, make
cup.
sure
I bought it. I put it
to
in the cabinet at the crib. I had a headache the next day because I had drank too many slushies. I spent $25. I was trying to get at least four refills.
yo, I'm not gonna hold you because we had went to the iPic down on Fulton to go see Deadpool Wolverine. And the guy we had because me and Michael was like, all right, we'll share. So we had got pizza, we had got food, we had got like a regular fountain drink. But when the guy was like, oh, that shit is unlimited refills, we said, oh, nigga. And
Mm-mm.
then we was looking at one of Michael's favorite candies is the hot tamale, the red candy shit. I
Ew.
don't know why he liked that shit. So I saw it and I was like, oh, if you want it, I'll get it for you. It's not a problem because, he did the movie, he did the foods. I was like, I'll get
Mhm.
you the candy if you want it. Yo, shout out to the black nigga that work at iPick. That nigga said, I can give it to y'all if y'all want it. And we was just like, huh?
What?
Nah. He's like, I'll give it to y'all if y'all want it. And we was just like, are you sure? Like, because I can't. He's like, nah. And gave him a box of fucking red candy. I said, nigga, this is elite customer.
Sometimes, sometimes it was his day.
Sometimes
Shout
you
out,
gotta
right?
do.
I was like, shout out to the black nigga that work
Nah,
at iPick.
I
And
brought they because I went to the one in Jersey. It's in the mall, and then so I started. I knew it was at 7:00, so I know I had like at least 5 minutes before the credits started. So I went over to the like the teriyaki chicken spot that's always at every mall.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I went there, got my teriyaki chicken with rice,
in the
extra
mall
chicken
when I was just go there.
I do that
with
all the
extra
time.
with extra sauce. I put in a plastic bag, put in my bag, and walked in. I put
Yes,
my chicken out,
yes,
slurping
yes,
up my Slurpee, eating the
yes,
So
food.
this nigga eating hard because how your
yes,
brother so he
yes,
eating
yes, yes,
smacking.
yes. Like what? I never pay for movie food. Never.
I enjoy the popcorn, but I was like
Yes, me too.
legit
Me
hungry.
too.
I was
Me too.
legit hungry. I was like, yo,
Like our
nah.
purpose is to go and eat at the because that's why we went to the iPic. So that was the purpose of
Yeah.
it. But
But
had we not did that, I would have definitely had got some Chipotle and just went fuck it.
yeah, that's what I usually do. That's what I usually do. That's what I do. I
Nigga,
am
I'm saving coins as I go.
yes,
But all
but
right, let's talk about what do y'all want to start off with? Because it's been a very interesting, few weeks in wrestling. Oh, you want to go here? I like it. So Bobby Lashley, they, apparently, because can't until it comes out of people's mouths themselves. Bobby Lashley and MVP looking to bring back the Hurt Business and AEW. So will that work? If they are they able to do
It's funny how wrestling fans have the most short-term memory. Just
that?
not too long ago,
Selective anger.
right? Because not too long ago, you was just saying that AEW don't treat their black talents right. Not too long ago, y'all just screaming that. Now, mysteriously, Triple H don't know how to treat black talent right. Okay, which one's which?
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
they both can be valid. They both can be, and y'all know I love me some Hunter Health Hemsley. Y'all already know that. But then I had to take a step back and was like, how many black niggas is on the main roster like that though? Like compared to like NXT, because when I watch Tuesday nights, it's the nigga show. I ain't gonna hold
It
y'all.
is.
I'm
It's
sitting here
Bad
like
Brothers.
left and right. I see nothing but niggas on this show. So
True, true, but it's no different because the main champion is not even black. He's white. And I'm just saying that. And they didn't give Trick Williams a long trial reign or Carmelo Hayes. I'm just saying.
well, Mello, I think they knew that call up was happening soon, and I think they stretched it out enough for him and Trick to finish their story. And then with Trick is honestly, and listen, no shirt Trick, always here for it. He's definitely one of those that will be the face of NXT for years to come. So I think, and him
Okay.
chasing it, like them opening up NXT. First of all, they opened it up with three niggas, and I was already like, whoa.
True.
I said
True.
Cedric ain't been on TV in God knows how long talking on the
That is
microphone.
true.
This nigga Sean TV Adonis is talking. I said, what is going
But
on here?
that was after MVP comment and internet saying that WWE don't push black people. So again, listen, I'll just play devil's advocate.
so
No, that's
I'll
fair.
I'll play one side because I do understand where each of you guys are coming from and your point of views. But when you look at the main roster, who's up there like really of a black person or even a person of color outside of the Samoans really going after the title or in a main event type position?
We'll wait.
So we can't say that. Now, everybody mentions Bianca and Jay doing their thing, but they're not even in like really doing anything. Like they're there, but they're not doing anything like concrete. That's number one.
Okay.
I love Mello. Absolutely. I know we all love Mello here. I love Mello. But when you look at Mello, he's kind of in this limbo of like, oh, he's doing something, but then he's really not doing it. He's not chasing after a title, not really doing anything. And I remember watching Iron Claw. Yeah, I remember you saw Iron Claw, Mr. Black,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was
How
like,
to think about it, I was like Iron Claw,
yeah,
like some
I
kind of
thought we was
cartoon
talking
movie.
about Marvel
Yeah.
again. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, me
Nah.
too. I'm like, oh,
So
okay.
do you remember that scene in the movie where he's explaining to his future wife what it means to get a title?
Yes. Yes.
And he was saying that it's like getting a promotion.
Yes.
That's what we're not seeing a lot of people of color outside of the Samoans get, especially black people, get a promotion. Like we're not seeing a lot of them being promoted in their division to the upper echelon of their division, which could be mid card, which could be tag, which could be main event picture. We're not seeing a lot of that.
But Damian
And
Priest, he's world champion.
Damian Priest is passing white.
Oh, don't do that to the homegrown
No,
talent.
no, 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 no.
Cause that's how
Let's.
I feel. Cause listen, y'all, I mean, I can play the Spanish card whenever, but that's how I feel about Santos. I'm sitting
Yeah.
here like, when I'm gonna get my nigga Santos
But the thing
Escobar?
about it,
Oh,
but then the thing about it, I can. But then we can also say, okay, he's a Triple H guy. So my other
Yes.
side of the thing is the people who aren't getting pushed aren't Triple H guys.
Okay, so who
That's
are
a that's another conversation we can have where maybe it isn't race. Maybe it's more about who does Triple H fuck with.
so let me ask you a question. In NXT, right? Go by NXT days, right? How many black people were Triple H guys other than Keith Lee and Keith Lee?
You said
who
Keith
else
Lee
is
and
back in
Keith
that
Lee.
era
No,
though?
no, 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 no. I'll say don't count Keith Lee. I said, you know what? You gotta count Keith Lee. I'll say okay. Outside of
No, he
Keith
made
Lee,
Keith Lee the first dual
no,
champion.
100%. I'm not denying that. But outside of Keith Lee and Velveteen Dream, who were Triple H guys that who were black?
But who else was in that era that was black?
Nobody was really in that era that was black. That's a good point from her. So, but then we have to ask
That's
this
where I'm
question.
coming from. Cause I'm sitting here like, when I look back, and that's why like I look. That's why when people, it's hard because I can understand and sympathize to a certain extent, but niggas being in an uproar about Tamina, Bobby Lashley, and MVP, people that have not been on TV in 6 months. Where was this outrage 6 months ago?
But the thing about it, I asked outside of MVP because I can understand Bobby Lashley can still go.
But Bobby been
Yes.
injured since Mania.
But the thing about it is he didn't. So we have
And
to
Bobby
have this
got hurt.
conversation. But let's have this conversation of what was being said in the negotiation room.
Oh, because he was offered a new deal, and the nigga was like, this
So
ain't this ain't.
what was being said in the negotiations?
I
So
mean, it
that's
probably was him taking a step back because also too a lot of like you got to think about it. A lot of the talent that you see on a, like a weekly basis, soon enough, you're gonna have a whole new class of probably gonna grab a whole bunch of NXT people, bring them up, and then put them in the mix. Because you can't think of short term when you do a contract like that. It's long term. So in
yeah,
the
no,
long
no,
term,
it makes
they
sense.
probably wasn't trying to give him either another title or something. They probably was gonna be like, all right, you in that era of putting talent over, and
Yeah.
he may not
Yeah.
personally feel that that's the era that he's in.
I
So
agree.
and,
I
and that's
agree.
not a and that's not a black thing. That's not a white thing. That's just a talent thing. Like talent
But but
overall.
that's the conversation we need to have is like this it's there's multiple things that could have been done. It could have been just a negotiation because I don't want to call Triple H an outright racist because I don't think he is
Yeah.
that.
No,
I don't think
that's
and
not.
I don't want that to be the conversation
And
that
that's
we're
not. And let
saying.
me be clear. That's not us cooning. That's not us being not being black. That's not us being like understanding our blackness. That has nothing to do with
We
that.
never been around him.
Because
Yeah,
people will. Well, I met him, but
yeah,
I'm just saying people will take that because that's always the thing, especially in the internet. It's like, oh, if you for him, then you must be. And it's like, no, that's
yeah.
not it.
So I don't want to say that per se. I don't want to say that per se. But I think it more leans to the fact that does he not know what to do with black talent? And I would lean that to creative, or is that there's not enough black talent that are Triple H guys that he favors? But then,
Okay. So we all know. Okay. Let's ask this question. We know what make a Vince guy, what makes a Triple H guy.
but we don't know that. We're still trying to figure that out because we're in a
Because it's such an array of guys. I'm looking
yeah.
like it's very diverse.
Yeah, so we don't know. Sometimes we don't know what
My
goes
nigga Sean.
behind the scenes. We're only speculating. So from the surface level, it looks like there's not enough black talent being used,
Okay.
and the talent is there. Like we haven't seen anything with Street Profits. Like the Street Profits have improved over the years.
But
Do you think it's time for them to go their own way?
Yeah, but why aren't they in the title picture?
but my thing is this way, right? And this is where I always say this way. You always gotta look at what they doing at the extracurricular activities. Because if you don't see them nowhere else, you have to worry. They still in commercials. They still have their own shoots. They still do all the little things that a lot of times you don't do. Like how many outside of those people, right? That they need to push whatever. You don't see a lot of other talent on commercials.
No, that's true. That is true, but it's also that's part of the job. That's
But
But
it's
that,
they
like
but they very, and it's interesting because they're very particular on who they pick for
thank
those types of
you,
things. Not
thank you.
everybody gets those opportunities like that.
but the thing okay, so you're still okay, we can then we can go into that whole promotion thing about a shoe job because this is like a regular job. At the end of the day, this is their regular job. This is their 9 to 5.
Hmm.
So let's compare it to a shoot job.
I
Just
know where you're going
because
with this.
just because so just because I'm letting you work doesn't mean you're gonna get promoted. Even though you're doing all the little things that you just said.
And
That's my only thing. Yes, we trust you
just about to say
enough
that.
for you to do the job,
Yeah.
but we don't trust you enough to promote you.
It's kind of like this way, right? You know how certain jobs will give you the fake supervisor position, where like how that meaning that how that you like let's say supervisor, let's say right now minimum wage is $15, and then let's say how that the supervisor is making 20, right? So you right in the middle. Instead of you making 15 like everyone else, you made 16.50. And then, but you're closing the store, you're opening the store, and then something bad happens, you get a you get like, oh, you in
You
trouble.
get blamed.
You get blamed? Why the superstar, I mean, why the manager, the champions, like, oh no, he's cool, blah 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 blah. Because you're right, I didn't see it that way. Is how many times do we see black talent be represented with the title? Because no matter where you go to ESPN, you go to cooking show. Oh man, you have a title, man. What kind of title is that? Da 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 da. This, that, a third. They're not amazed of how many Make a Wish titles you did and stuff like that. No, just like in real life. If you tell somebody, "Hey man, I'm the hey man, like so, are you a supervisor?" No, I'm head crew member. Okay, I don't need to talk to you. Where's the supervisor? You feel me?
Nah. And the thing about it, many of us have been there, and it's like something where
I'm
you
going
it's
through it
one
right now.
it's one of those things where listen, you and this is Dijak talked about this. Either you accept it for how it is and wish for the best, or you lose your job.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to lose their job. So once again, to wrap it up on my part, I don't think Triple H is a racist. I just don't think maybe he knows which black talent to potentially use. Hopefully that changes
Right, because
in
also,
the
what
near
if,
future.
what if it could be a time thing? Like, what if right now we're looking at it as fans through a lens of like a 3 month, put that spoiler down, because nigga,
Oh.
no one asked for fucking spoilers. Yeah, SmackDown tape because they in Japan. Don't do that. I hate that. That's one thing. That's a pet peeve. You don't want me to spoil Wolverine and Deadpool. Don't spoil SmackDown for me. But But no, what if we're looking at it through just a lens of like just the current state? Like, what if 6 months from now this isn't the conversation and everyone's praising Triple H for putting the title on Mello? What if LA Knight wins the title at SummerSlam and then now him and Mello got a program together and then now that puts him, like we don't know
Yeah,
necessarily those, what could be in play in the near future. Because right now the focus is Love You Too. The focus is SummerSlam. The focus is the storylines that's going to be on that pay per view.
and
So
that is a practical point of your making, and you're. I'm hoping that you're right. You
I
know what
am too.
I mean?
I mean, if not, niggas, look at NXT. If you got a problem, if you feel like you're not seeing a bunch of us winning, look
Because
But
on Tuesday night.
I kind of feel it
hopefully
this
this
way.
works out.
Yeah, like I kind of feel it this way is we don't show no love to promotions that do show love to the black talent. Because at the end of the day, back in my head, I'm looking like, yo, listen, if anything, do like little sweet little run in TNA, do what you gotta do. Go to imagine an all black stable in New Japan. All black stable, get a proper run, all of that, bigger picture. That'll be a way bigger impact. Imagine Hurt Business, Boom by Yang Nation, MLW, MLW match. I kind of feel like and this is just me at the back as a black person, is we're so focused of trying to impress the people that who tolerate us instead of people who celebrate us. Because you complain about AEW being racist, they don't do enough for black talent. But TNA be doing dope stuff with the black talent for a minute. But yet we don't appreciate it. And then TNA don't treat itself a certain type of way because I'm watching the pay-per-view. Why don't you have HD cameras? I don't understand that. I never understood that.
So you know what I realized about Dynamite since you brought up cameras, and you know I'm a sucker up for production. So I realized this week on Dynamite, it's not the camera people, it's the niggas in the truck. That production team in that truck is the downfall because it's certain like all it takes is a fucking button, bro. Just change the camera when it's necessary, and it pissed me off during Blood and Guts. Well, I forgot who was looking under the ring, and I was just like, well, if I can't see what he's grabbing, why the fuck do I see the out of it? Why do I see the cameraman next to him? I can't see that. What is going on here?
That's
But I
funny.
mean, I'm gonna hold Blood and Guts a little later. But I just
Okay.
when you brought up cameras, I was like, you know what? These niggas in this production truck ain't it.
Oh, speaking of production, Scorpio Sky should be coming back soon. He was injured.
For how
Yo, I
long?
read something about that. How so? I had read an article when he was talking about him getting injured and him being off and him mentioning, and I thought it was a very good point, and it's a gift and a curse with AEW, is that the reason why he hasn't really been back in is because it's so talent heavy. How it's like playing double dutch. It's like how do I know when to jump in? You know what I mean? So him saying that it made me realize I was like, oh, you know what? That actually is a valid point. Like how do you insert someone into something where you already got 100 niggas involved?
The Blood and Guts match. He could pin part of a team AEW as last minute
If he
replacement.
was part of Team AEW, I'd have been like, what are we doing? That
But
don't
he
make no sense.
was the first ever tag team champion, though.
But his partner is now NXT champion.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
don't got no
yeah,
partners.
yeah.
That shit is null and
So,
void.
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So, dang, got my train of thought. So, all right. So, what's next on the bracket?
But also, actually, last before we do turn to the next topic, I think, as your point, I think if they were to do the Hurt Business in like an Impact or MLW situation, like I think if it was not an AEW situation, I think it'd be very interesting to see
Hmm.
how you would do that. But I just don't,
It,
I don't know if I don't know if AEW is the land for that.
I
the
felt the
reason
same
why I
way.
don't think it's the land for that is because AEW was gonna pay them well. They're gonna get that bag. Where are you gonna put them?
Right. And then also too, you had the opportunity to have all black stables and haven't really pulled the trigger on them. When Shane went over there and really could have reproduced Shane Taylor Promotions in the way that it should have been, that didn't happen. Then they put a go go and what you call it with him,
Lee
and I was just
Moriarty.
yeah, and I was just like, okay, but you clearly have a nigga that used to be in this group on this roster. I need y'all to connect those dots. And the thing with Swerve and the Mogul Embassy shit, I was just like,
Thank you.
that could have really been something.
Thank
And
Well,
it
you.
was.
maybe we get MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shane Taylor.
I like that. But see, then the purpose of then it goes back to really understanding or really trying to figure out what's the real purpose of the Hurt Business. Is it to just to be this all black stable, or is it going to be the purpose of how evolution in that sense was of grabbing newer talent or grabbing talent that is up and coming and elevating them? Like, is this going to be we going to elevate ourselves, or are we going to elevate up and coming talent? And that's kind of like that's
Oh,
where it has to be flushed out. Because when they were in
Good point.
WWE, for me, it was like, oh, y'all are honoring two other black men that haven't gotten, the reps in, haven't gotten the flowers, haven't gotten the recognition. And I appreciated that. So if that's kind of not the goal, and the goal is just to be there, it's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna hit like hit row, no pun intended. But all right, next we can talk about. I'm trying to think.
This picture.
Uh,
Oh Oh no, this.
Oh, okay. So Triple H and Nick Khan has had a meeting with the mayor of London, another Khan himself, Sadiq Khan, to bringing WrestleMania to London, England. Listen, Trips, I renewed my passport. I am ready. I am ready. I think it's time.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think WWE has outgrown the US.
think so too.
And that's why they internally have like kind of made it that like all the big four slash fives, because people count money to bank as a big five, and I don't know when that happened, but their focus is every big four being in the states, but then having the majority of the other pay-per-views throughout the year internationally, which I think is really great because even now they're in Japan. They're doing a super showdown in Japan, Tokyo, Japan this weekend. Like I think doing those things just elevates the brand in a global aspect. But they also did announce Bad Blood in Atlanta.
Bro, I'm going. I don't care how I'm gonna get there. I'm going. I gotta
Nah,
go.
it's happening. It's happening, guys.
The last time I've been to Atlanta was to visit our cousin, and that was like the last time I've been to Atlanta, and I was like freshly 21. I want to go to Atlanta as a grown adult by myself and go watch wrestling because also Atlanta it's the South. It's like the capital of.
That's Cody Town.
Yeah, that's Cody.
I would go to Magic City. Like if I go to Atlanta, I would go to Magic City. Like
No. Basically, no. Michael said we got to go to Pinup. I think that's what he said. Because I did say that. Because I was like, because when I was in Miami, we went to the strip club. First of all, if anyone ever needs to go to Miami and needs to go to the strip club, the office is the way to go. Just gonna put that out. But when I came back, because I'm not really into the strip club, but we had a blast last weekend. So I was like, nah, Michael, we go to Atlanta, we got to go to a strip club. So, but he's like, Pinup. So that's what he recommended going to. So, because Magic City is across the street from Greyhound. You ain't gotta do that. See,
pinups.
look, he said it, Pinup. See, that's what he said. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna have a family outing at the strip club, Jobbertears.
I do want to go though. Like how because like I feel like it will be like one of those like it's. I feel like for some reason why that's gonna be an epic night. And
And I feel the same. It's giving me like how when they did the day one pay per view in Atlanta and everyone low key was shitting on it, but it was like I think Brock won the title that night. Like
yes, yeah.
So I get that sentiment too. I feel like they're really cooking up for something
Just
for Atlanta, and I think it is going to be very interesting. And it also is. He said we could do Oasis too. They got something for everybody. What the fuck does that mean? They got
like
big
honestly, I do want to go as a wrestling fan, and like honestly, like
have a good time, and that's the
you know
beauty about
what?
wrestling.
Fuck it. You know what?
Listen, we did a little cheap Spirit flight, 2 hour flight, boom, boom, boom. We can take that. Jobbertears
I tell
take
everyone this way.
Atlanta.
Like I tell everyone this way. Listen, Spirit. I'm not too proud to fly on there, and besides, I don't pack heavy
Nigga,
anyway.
that shit got me cross country for WrestleMania when it was in LA with no problem, no
Yeah,
delay.
like
I got no.
all I gotta do is just bring a duffel bag that's a certain size, and just wear the
Yep.
same sneakers for like 2 days, 3 days. What is it?
Listen,
Saturday?
we go 2 days. We go Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. Boom, boom, boom.
There you go. there
That's
you go. there you go.
But I like the fact that, but also too, to that note, they're bringing back an old school pay per view with Bad Blood, which I think is really dope. And it's just going to be very interesting to see how the fallout of SummerSlam will affect that pay per view, because I do believe that is going to be the next PLE
Mm-hmm.
that WWE has. So, all right. So we talk WrestleMania in London. Hopefully that comes. They may be looking at 42, 43. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely think it's a go. I think it's about time. I
Mm-hmm.
think, especially now that, AEW's been doing the UK show there and stuff like that. And that's honestly what makes wrestling, it makes you better. You see one person, you're like, all right, I got to do it bigger and better. Boom, boom, boom. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out. All right, what's next? What other photos you got for me before we get the photo that broke the internet in more ways than one? First of all, they look like cousins.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do.
I thought they
So,
looked like brothers, bro.
I
Like,
wanted
Yeah.
to say
that's
brothers,
big
but I
brother,
was
little
like,
brother.
I already know Dylan's son he has a sister. He doesn't have a brother. So that's why I couldn't say that. But Drew McIntyre had posted on Twitter/X the picture of him and Jack Perry. Um, and the internet went crazy. And he said, he put "Cry Me a River" under the picture. Hey, shout out to
Yo, happy
Respect the Crowd
birthday,
in
boy.
the building. Happy belated. Hope you enjoyed
Belated,
your
yes.
birthday. Shout out to all the Cancers and Leos. We're entering Leo season because you know what's next is going to be Virgo season. So,
Shout out to Leo, our old cameraman.
oh, Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Leo got to come to JobberSlam. We got to figure that out, guys. Tell him to bring the kids. But what were your thoughts on Drew McIntyre been real spicy on the interwebs.
That's what you do.
And then apparently he took it down. But I don't think it's for the reasons that people think it's for.
I think what's funny is that you guys, as I'm listening, I just realized he was trolling this nigga.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
My bad, dogs. My bad, dogs. Because
no, I was delayed on it too. When Danny had sent it to me, I said, "Why is she sending me this?" And then I sat there. I said, "This nigga here took a picture."
yeah.
With
Mm-hmm.
So I
uh,
saw it earlier, and I was like, oh, this is a picture he just bumped into my
Yeah, I didn't
man's,
realize that.
and then
Yeah.
he chilling with him. But then I realized, oh, you trolling him. No, literally, it just hit me.
no, listen, it happened to me. And when I showed Michael, he looked at me like, "Why are you showing me this?" And then he got it, and so it takes a moment to
Yeah,
connect those
Yeah.
dots.
yeah, and listen, I like it. I
Yes.
like it.
Yo, I at this point, Phil needs to come out with Colt Cabana at SummerSlam and show that bygones be bygones. Like
If
I
that
know,
But
I know
happened,
nobody has beef with nobody has beef with Colt Cabana but CM Punk. So it makes no
no,
sense
but
he does
CM
that.
Punk gotta look like the bigger guy, like he
No,
can
no, 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 no,
resolve
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
bro,
Now you
bro.
thanks a lot. Now you get Drew another idea with Colt Cabana. no,
Nah, he has to. He
no,
has
no,
to.
no,
Yo,
no, no. Bump that. No, 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 no. Bump that. Bump that. Like destroy him. He got to take a picture with Colt Cabana and his mother.
yeah, it gotta go down. Like Phil
You
gotta
see,
come back.
you see Drew with his mom.
Nah, it gotta happen. But listen, this is the match of the summer.
Yes.
I think it's very interesting. What are your thoughts on them adding Seth as a special guest referee?
Yo, this is the best feud of this year,
Hmm.
and I've said this numerous times. I've they both are working off each other. I don't know how much this is kayfabe. I don't know how much this is a work, but what regardless, this has been
Mm-hmm.
like it has been absolutely great.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
No, it's in all honesty, I'm looking forward to that more than Solo and Cody. Sadly, but
Like honestly speaking, this has been my feud of the year, and it's going. They haven't rushed it, and I kind of like the fact that a little bit of that is because CM Punk got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Like that pivot
that was
that
the
they
gift and
did.
the curse. Because as everyone knows, had Punk not got injured, it would have been Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. And
Hold on.
that I think when go ahead. And I don't think if they would have pulled the trigger then that it would have hit the same. But I like the fact that the people that's involved have been the major people from when Punk like if you go back to the because I was there and I
Mm-hmm.
replay it all the time. That night in Chicago at Survivor Series,
Mm-hmm.
when Phillip Brooks' music hit and Drew McIntyre stormed out of the arena, Seth cussing, I said, this has been the seed that's been planted since November of last year. I said, if y'all don't appreciate what they've been doing with this, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to
Exactly.
tell you, but I'm excited
Exactly.
about that. I'm excited that Seth is a special guest referee. I'm excited to see what his outfit going to be because it's going to be outrageous, and I'm here for it. Um, what else before we get into this week in wrestling? Trying to see what else has been going on in the news. worthy of.
I wanted to touch on the London thing one more time.
Okay.
WWE is following the NBA and the NFL's blueprint
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
of going overseas to expand the money.
And also, they when they had just went to Mexico, and they
Yeah.
had a girl debut in Mexico because that made sense because that's her crowd. But they also they that's their way of testing to see what they
Mm-hmm.
can and cannot do for like a bigger scale event. Like, don't be surprised if you see a PLE in Mexico next year. Don't be surprised if you don't see another special in Japan next year, in the next 2, 3 years. Like, they're really setting the seeds for things to be bigger. And actually, in talking about going really back with collaborating and just partnerships, I love how they kind of softly kind of like intertwine UFC and WWE. I had
Mm-hmm.
saw a clip. I think Michael either showed me last night or this morning. I think it was last night. That some UFC fighter had won his match. He saw Randy Orton
Oh, I
ran
saw that.
Mm-hmm.
out to the cage to go dap Randy Orton up, and I thought that was the dopest thing because him as a fan of probably Randy, he probably was like, "Yo, like I can't believe he just watched me fight." But it also just shows the part. It shows the family partnership between TKO, Endeavor, UFC, WWE, and it just how that intertwines. So I think I love those little moments when they're able to do that too, because
Exactly.
that's a big
Fire.
deal too. Like when that guy ran, though, he ran. Like I said, why he running? He running to go hug Randy.
Like,
Damn.
it's kind of like how to when it's two schools on the same campus, and every once in a while, you see like both the cool kids hanging out from both schools in
Yeah.
between them. Yeah.
All right, let's get into some this week in wrestling. Man, SmackDown feels so long ago, and I can't remember anything that happened.
The bloodlines running rapid.
They've been running rapid. I will say though, when Roman's music hit next week, that fucking stadium, you
He's
would
not
have thought
coming
of
back next week, is he?
when
SummerSlam.
Roman
That's
Reigns,
that.
when Roman Reigns' music hits next week,
The streets is going crazy.
the roof on the non-roof of the stadium is gonna go off. Not by me though, because I keep saying anything, but that pop is gonna be the pop Vince
Oh,
wish
so
he
wait,
could have.
what's the pay-per-view between Bad Blood and SummerSlam? Nothing.
Nothing.
That's good.
Nothing.
I'm get my money right for Atlanta.
Okay.
Yo, I really want to go to Atlanta. Like, I really
Yo,
want to go to
we
Atlanta.
gonna make it happen. We gonna make it a family trip.
I'm really am thinking about
You
this.
know what? You know what? If you go, we can share a room. You know I don't like sharing rooms, but we can share a room.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna figure it out for us.
All right,
We gonna
cool. Because I really want to go to
Yo,
because
if anybody's listening to this, any Atlanta wrestling podcast, please hit us up. Let's do a
Yeah.
Well, I'm
crossover
gonna get
episode.
Jabari, and Jabari about to show us all. Like, listen, we already got the in Atlanta now.
Yeah, like I need respectfully.
Nigga said, I need big booty bitches.
Yes.
I pay for you. I
Yes.
can,
Yes.
I can
I don't
pay
even
for
want
you.
to touch them. I don't even want to touch them. I just want to look.
No, he don't. He just wants to see them.
I just want to see
He
because
just want to see them. He want to be in the aura.
the aura of the smell, smell all of that cocoa butter.
hmm I want to go to Fat Tuesdays.
Oh, you never been?
The one in New York got closed out after like a week. So
That's fair. Yeah, because niggas don't
yeah.
appreciate.
I want to eat. So listen, I wanted to go to one bougie Atlanta spot because they got some bougie spots in Atlanta. Everything.
So we tried to go that not last time, but like maybe 2 times ago we went to Atlanta. We tried to go to Clash at the Berliners at the end of August, but that don't really I don't really count that because that's
That's
gonna
one
be
for
like
European niggas. Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be about Gunther.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why that match ain't gonna end clean, but that's neither here nor there. But no, we tried to go to Two because Two Chainz got a restaurant in Atlanta, and we tried to go and we couldn't find parking. That's why we couldn't go. We couldn't find parking.
Listen. I am trying to.
Shout out to Stephanie Hardy. I don't know
I
why she's
need.
not coming up.
I need to see some big booty black, like the epitome of black
Let me tell
women.
you how we was at the strip club last weekend in Miami and we saw one white bra. We said, Miss, you in the wrong establishment. Like, what are you doing here? He was like, what are you, who are you?
Yo, it's crazy. Like all these comments not coming up. That's
Like
crazy.
y'all know, I love all types of women, but if I go to Atlanta, I need to see the highest quality that they got because I've been heard too many stories. I'm gonna go to. I'm
Nah,
gonna
we
go
gonna
to.
make it happen. We gonna make it happen.
And
But
the
all
thing
right,
about
okay.
it, if hold on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might come.
Trying to make it raining.
I might come in on a Thursday. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like honestly, yeah. Like honestly, like real talk. I don't want to. Like, I'm not going there for wrestling. Like I really go there for the latest seed. Wrestling's just like, ah, cool. Like if you want me to
Like,
ref, cool. But that's not my main focus.
you know what you should do? You should hit up every Atlanta promotion.
Oh, Nasty Leroy.
But wait, not actually like live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hold on. My man Michael said quality ain't shit in Atlanta. Lower your standards. Damn.
I mean, he used to live there for some time, so he would know. But yeah, Nasty Leroy, because he trained at Cody School, and Cody School is in Atlanta. It's on the outskirts, but it's in Atlanta.
So you know
Can
what?
we
I got
go?
hit up.
Can I go to
That
Cody School?
Air Fox School, I think they do Thursday night shows. I think they do student shows. Because we
I'm
was
just
trying to
saying.
go to
I'm,
one.
I'm just saying.
Yo, listen,
Hit up the promotions.
listen. All right.
All right.
You,
So next thing
you know what
on
it
the
is though?
docket.
Like I do got a referee shirt coming out, but it just I pay for everything, but I just never called Brian. I'm like, I do it eventually. Like I have the idea and everything, but I just never pushed it. Yeah, like I never met a referee card. Now I'm well over 100 something matches and still didn't do it.
Well, your time will come. So, all right. So, yeah, SmackDown continued the whole bloodline, taking out Kevin Owens, taking out Randy Orton, watching Cody,
Mm-hmm.
see his friends get all, Molly Watts and stuff. And I feel like that's all I could remember of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
that was SmackDown. Yeah.
LA Knight.
Monday Night Raw.
My my man Dom is living the greatest life ever, son.
Oh, put some respect on Dominic Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know his game. I wasn't aware of his game. Now I am.
But like I said this before, y'all not paying attention to Finn Balor. That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
where that's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to
Mm-hmm.
tell niggas that ain't nobody listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
the one to save Liv Morgan and he help her retain her title. Spoiler alert. but
Mm-hmm.
no, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some people are kind of exhausted with the whole like Dom, Liv, Rhea thing, and I can understand that. But I mean, what's
Why?
wrestling? Because it's like the storyline, the whole like him running after her running after him, type shit.
But I don't
People
understand.
need to
Like
complain, but
y'all be
that's
watching
people
whole
like
like, but I don't understand. Like y'all be watching a whole TV series where like it'd be like a good 8 seasons of the show, and y'all wait until the last episode they finally kiss. Y'all be patient as hell. So shut the
Yes,
fuck up.
that's how I felt with Equalizer. Oh my god, that was
See?
exactly what happened. Equalizer,
Listen,
yo. Oh, speaking
I'm
about
okay
TV,
with this.
y'all gotta catch up with All American. All American now, all seasons are on Netflix. So figure it out.
Okay,
Cobra
cool. We gonna
Kai, you
catch
have to
up.
watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I gotta get back in.
Oh, y'all gotta watch it. Dirty Pop.
Dirty Pop. Oh,
Yeah.
the documentary that's on Netflix. It popped up on my like to
Is it a
watch.
new one?
Yeah,
Yo,
Because there's
when
I
yeah.
saw it
It's
before.
about anything about to do with Backstreet Boys because I didn't realize that they had got they were
nah,
doing
nah.
It's old. It's old. I've seen it before.
No, it's not. It's new.
bless
It
you. I
came on,
thought
came on
it popped.
another station. Netflix bought it. I've seen that
Dirty
one before.
Pop.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I
Oh,
haven't
but
seen it.
yo, it's fire. Like
it's
when I say
amazing.
it's fire, like when you realize that they said that what he did is America's longest Ponzi scheme because it lasts for 30 years. And
Wow.
when I said that this man is the godfather of like pop of boy bands, he's it.
Oh, speaking of, because this is wrestling related. Ha ha ha. So, yo, Spencer Chang, he did. We not gonna spoil that, but he did. Um, no, not rivalries. A&E biographies is still ongoing on A&E on Sundays, and I highly recommend everyone watching The Miz. Miz's episode on his biography
What makes this
was
one different? Because I feel like I've seen everything about the
Yeah.
Viz.
nah, but like the whole like it goes a little deeper because it's him telling his story like directly, and it's
Alright.
interesting how I love the fact that he straight up he went up to Undertaker and was like, "Yo, I've been out of the locker room for 3 months." And after he told Taker that nigga got back in the locker room. And I thought that was just like, whoa, like, okay. Because I
Fun
knew the
fact.
story of him getting kicked out and stuff like that. But
Fun
I didn't
fact.
know that
It was like the
Taker.
person who did it was Chris Benoit, and they said it was during the time that they thought Chris Benoit was something was off about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
but so
So
it was funny he never mentioned the names of who, like,
mm-hmm.
that situation. He never,
Chris Benoit.
It
he
was
never,
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
he
Yeah,
never threw.
Chris Benoit kicked him out. They was like kind of, yo, he spilled crumbs on his bag, right? And then he was like, what are you talking about? No, I did. And then Chris Benoit went crazy and kicked him out. But then they said that you have to understand that was during when Chris Benoit had a CTE. Like you could tell when like something was off about Chris Benoit. That was his last years. I was like, oh, everything does make sense. Yeah.
Well,
But like
well,
just, but just that episode, it just was to see like his relationship with John Cena, to understand that relationship, to see, like
what did they say
how
about
he,
it?
Yeah.
how
What they
well
say.
at first John was on some like, who the fuck is you? Like everybody else, like who the fuck is you? And then over time, they became very close, and they
You
became
have to understand Miz, and this is why I like Miz. I feel sometimes I connect to Miz and some shit. Miz is like your atypical average dude that legit worked hard and had determination. Like let's
like he talks about how he did the real world and how that was a thing and how he's been the Miz since the real world. He talked about Tough Enough and how he tried out for that. He talked about how he felt about losing Tough Enough but still getting asked. So he talks about how Vince saw something in him that no one else saw. And I
so
Mhm.
thought that
that's the thing about like because we talk about like superstars who just you just know they're a superstar. Like
Mhm.
Roman Reigns, like John Cena, like certain people you look at them and like, okay, that's gonna be that should be the next up person with the proper
Mhm.
work ethic. But Miz is like the epitome of an average dude, bro.
yeah,
Like he isn't like super jacked. He's not like the best looking dude in the world, no homo. He's just this regular average guy.
the baddest bitch ever.
Yeah,
Like
like
Mhm.
it's funny because in the show they show him meeting Maurice for the first time when she did the Diva Search thing,
yeah.
and she came for the audition, and all you see is Mike like this, like dead at her, like he fell in love with that girl the moment he,
Mhm.
and I just thought that was the sweetest thing because he was just like, yo, like she was the prettiest girl I've ever seen, like I knew that was the one, like so it's just so that biography episode just really was like the Miz telling his story, and that's
Okay, so
what
it's a little bit different from the WWE one they did on him.
yeah, like it is because it's his. I mean, it's his voice. It's his story. Like,
Okay. So
and
I'll
you
watch
have
it.
other people jump in and stuff like that. But having Mike Mizanin talk about how he like his hills and valleys and that episode was really dope. This week's I think is a two episode one. They got Ted DiBiase, which I actually really want to watch because I really want to see if he talks about his son in that IRS situation.
Mhm.
They got Paul Heyman episode for the biography. So those
Okay, I'll
two
check
are this
that out.
coming Sunday. So highly recommend tuning in for that. But I love stuff like that, like because
That's good.
especially when the person is alive
Mm-hmm.
and they can
That
tell
makes
their
sense.
story.
That makes
It's
sense.
different for when when they done Macho, they've done a few other people that have passed, and it's not the it don't hit
Yeah, it
the
doesn't
same.
hit the same. Yeah.
So all right, back into wrestling. So Monday Night Raw, Dominic telling Liv, "I don't like you." Speaking to her in Spanish and shit. I was like, wow, we really going for it. Um, what else happening? I like this whole Sheamus Pete Dunne little situation going on too. I don't know why, but
I like that too.
So one of the best things that's going on right now, and I know it's funny. I sound like a complete like I'm flip flopping when it comes to Triple H. I'm flip flopping the hell out right now.
That's
But
fine. Two things could be right.
so outside of his booking of like people that look like me, I am truly loving the fact that for the most part, from the top down of the card, mid card, main event, lower mid card, they're all being used in storylines where it's not just like for a while, and I think I love me some Roman Reigns bloodline storyline. I love it. But it was especially up until WrestleMania season, which made sense. Right now, every match for the most part on SummerSlam has a quality buildup.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're looking at what's going on. Even the filler matches, you're like, okay, this is something that happens. They're using 3 hours of Raw much better.
It doesn't feel like 3 hours no more.
It's an easier digestive. I will say that.
Yeah, like it seems like because there's an old saying that Vince used to say, and I guess maybe other bookers on who had wrestling on television. Every second counts because it's very expensive for every minute, every second of wrestling, especially on TV.
On TV.
So now I like how everything makes sense. Even the entrances starting from the back. I know we've been talking about this in nauseum for the past like 6 months.
Yeah,
but the camera angles, the reason why somebody's like, it'd be some fly shit. Like somebody's talking, like me and you talking, and then now I'm going out to the ring.
Right.
And the
like
camera's following
me.
me.
Yeah.
Let's handle this real quick. I'll be right back.
But it's part of my storyline real quick. I'm talking to Judgment Day, and I'm about to walk out. Like these seconds are mattering, and it's kind of what you guys are saying of where every moment counts. It's digestible now watching 3 hours of wrestling on television when you're not like trying to like, oh man, okay, I'm trying to get to the main event. I'm trying to get to the main event.
You know one thing that I like that they do too?
It feels like, and sometimes it feels like 3 different segments of a.
I was just about to say that. Like I feel like each hour when it's about to end, you feel like it's like a main event. For example, the first hour, a big match is about to happen for like a title or something like that, and then the second hour, we're about to go to the third hour, it's like a return. The Y6 attacks somebody, and then the final hour, everyone set it up. It's to the point where just in case I fall asleep, I would like now. Dang, I fell asleep. What happened in wrestling? You like this? Like, oh shoot, that happened in wrestling? Cool. So then you're forced to go into it because each segment feels good. Like
it feels good. Like SmackDown to me, when I watch it,
it's too quick.
It goes by so quick.
No, it's too like quick. You blink and it's over.
It's too quick.
So it's funny that happens. And I know anything else for Raw because I was going to talk about Blood and Guts.
I want to talk about NXT real quick because baby, we are gearing up for Great American Bash, and I'm here for it all. We got, and that's why I said, listen, if y'all feel like the black talent ain't getting showcased, take your asses and watch on Tuesday night.
Exactly.
The next 2 weeks will be on Sci-Fi for both Raw and for NXT, so keep that in mind. But when Jakara and Lash had challenged them girls with them tag belts, I said, oh baby, let's go. And then the Rascals winning at the end of NXT this week, I thought was dope. I like how they given Wesley this like breath of fresh air that I felt like he needed, especially after him getting demolished by Obafemi. Let me tell you, that opening segment with Trick coming in from the back, the nigga came from the parking lot, hopped out the car. I said, what the fuck? And it came out, and then Cedric and then Ashanti. I said, I'm loving all of this. I don't care what this even means right now, but this is great.
But you can tell they fuck with Cedric, bro. Like, and they're giving him chances that they let him repackage himself a couple times.
That's Triple H guy.
Yeah, that's a Triple H guy. Because remember how he came on the scene. The crowd chanted his name, and he got that contract. And wasn't he one of the first cruiserweight champions? or
One
No,
of them.
he was
one
one
of
of
the
the first.
first.
And after
Like
that, don't
at least the
forget.
first three. One of
And
the
I
first
and,
three.
and I don't forget he had a good feud with AJ. Wait a minute, what happened? Because I know that he was U.S. champion. Was he U.S. champion?
I don't know if
No,
he's U.S.
no,
champ.
he was
But
never
I kind
U.S.
of
champion.
he
I
was
think he
beefing
was
with AJ.
because
Oh wait,
when he said on NXT, he was like, "I know how it is to be a WWE champion." And I'm sitting here like,
tag
then
team
I was like, "Oh,
champion.
wait, that cruiserweight and then tag titles that he had with
Yeah.
You know what? I forgot. He was supposed to do something in the AJ match, and then after that, he forgot to do it. And then Vince put him in the doghouse. Because don't forget, he was a Vince guy too. Don't forget that. He was at one point.
Because when like, and I'm not saying he's out of shape. He still looks great. But when he was first coming out of cruiserweight,
Well, he was the
that
one that he said he had lost like the 40 pounds to be
bro,
in that
yeah,
division.
he was ripped. Vince loves that shit. Vince gets a hard off. Vince loves some black dudes that got ripped up. That's why he loved
Like,
Bobby Lashley.
yeah,
The,
like Vince fucks with him. And after that, when you meet Cedric in person, you fuck with him. All that like, nah, man, I fuck with this dude,
Oh,
man.
Cedric is my favorite wrestler in real life, like a real life person.
like he has all the tools. Has
Oh,
all the tools.
he's a great person.
Shout out
But
to his
no,
dude, Big Swole.
and I love the fact that I had just told Michael we was watching NXT. I said I hope Swole and Baby Girl is there because now that if he on NXT, he in Orlando, so he only a drive. He only about an hour and a half from from Tampa, so that's a better
Yeah,
lifestyle adjustment too. Especially when you have a child that's growing, that's getting older, and you want to be
Mhm.
around more. So I think the opportunity for him to be in NXT and to really thrive there is really good, and that's like where he was from. Like he started at NXT, so I think it's really dope. But yeah,
Wait,
they give
he
him
did?
agreement. Yeah, for like 2.5. Yeah, he was in NXT.
Yeah, after like the Cruiserweight Classic, yeah,
Yeah,
like it was like you blink it. You know what? Two, 205 Live started.
yeah, that's what it was.
yeah.
That's what it was. So,
So all right. So
Oh
AEW.
yeah, don't forget this. This happened. You won't believe this. Big Show is now authority figure in Ring of Honor.
Nigga, I read that and I said,
I'm okay with that.
do you even watch ROH to care?
No, but the thing about it, so hold on. I'm all about if I'm paying you, get to work.
Yeah, yeah,
He is collecting a check.
yeah.
I am not going to have you sit at home and waste my money.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the authority figure on Ring of Honor. You have a
But being
job.
an authority figure, because when Christopher Daniels was laying on that floor, I said, what the fuck? I said, you will never see Nick Aldis laying on the floor.
Well, Nick
Are you
Aldis is
kidding?
twice the size of Christopher Daniels.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you would
That's
never
not
see
going to
Adam
happen.
Pearce on the fucking floor, even when
Also,
you
Adam Pearce
that's
is
what
also
the fuck up. He said, oh, you will not do that to me.
Also, Adam Pearce is also twice the size of Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels
Yeah.
might be smaller than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the point. The point is, if you want to be an authority figure, nigga, you can't be on the floor.
But authority figures have to look like authority.
Yeah.
Right. And if you on the floor, I can't respect your authority.
Nah, you can't say that because you respect Kirk Angle authority after Big Show choke slammed him off the ledge and had him like this. Don't
No.
forget that. He did
Yo,
do that.
He
Big Show
did do that.
choke slammed Kirk Angle. Yo,
yo, what the hell?
side note, wrestling is a wild shit to watch, B. It's wild. Like
It should be, it
nigga,
should be and wild.
nigga dome was leaking out with blood, and then we was like, "Oh man, that's crazy," and we just shrug our shoulders. Like wrestling is wild, son.
Listen,
But all
I
right,
still remember when Big Boss Man got hung from the cage.
I remember that all the time.
So,
Oh,
dude,
and
the story.
speaking of not a big boss man, but real quick on NXT, real quick, I love the partnership with Sean Spears and Boo Buchanan's son, and I want everybody to go back and watch the ending of that match with Josh Briggs and Bull Buchanan's son, and how he had on a white shirt and he had the red circle and the red line through it, like right to center, like his daddy. And I thought that was the sweetest little treat ever. I
Yeah, that's
said, oh,
dope.
Wait a
I
minute, Bill
paused.
Buchanan got a son now?
His son is also on NXT.
I never knew that. What's his son's
Yeah.
name?
What's the nigga name? It's Josh Raven. What the fuck is his name?
Well, I'll look it up.
I forgot.
Keep talking. Move on to the next thing. I'll look it up.
Because you know
Well,
what it is. Whenever I see him, I definitely just say, "Oh, that's Boo Buchanan's son." So I really don't.
so
Brooks
Blood and
Jensen.
Guts? Bruce
Brooks,
Jensen, okay. So what's
Brooks,
next? We talk about Blood and Guts?
AEW Blood and Guts out of Nashville, Tennessee.
We got a new title.
Yo, when this nigga said Plainview, Long Island, New York, I wasn't bothered by it. I said, well, it's still New York. I said, okay.
Only country that matters. I love it. The title's ugly as shit, but
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's remixed his title. Like when he had the world title, he remixed it. So he had the Burberry. I think he made
Oh
it brown.
yeah,
So like him remaking the title, just that's his stick. So I didn't take it no way.
It was a Triple B title.
I was trying to understand why Will Ospreay got from a car. So the car with that had the wheel aired out, and then hopped in the nigga's truck and drove off. I didn't know where they drove to.
And the guy asked him,
Yo, that
"Hey
nigga
man,
drove,
you have a
and he had the
license?
microphone, and he said, "Oh, what did he
You got a
say?
license?"
Yo, how about in London they drive on the opposite side? So nigga, have you drove in America?
I'm more sure he did.
I thought that was such a. I just thought that was weird. I was like, whatever. But I enjoyed Dynamite this week.
It was good. I enjoyed it too.
I mean, I definitely have some pluses and minuses, but because they do a lot of. I
bro,
definitely have some pluses and minuses, but
I enjoyed it for what it is.
I enjoyed it. Um,
So how you feel about the chair shot?
It was
I-
gimmicked, right? Wasn't it?
yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
It was gimmick, but I didn't really like. It's a war game situation. Like I don't. We still listen when Edge was and Trisha was doing concertos. Like, what were we really in an uproar? No. So, what are we talking about? That's just how I feel. Like, I'm just like, he poured gasoline on the nigga. Y'all niggas is worried about a chair shot or gas? That's why I said selective is real. Because I was thinking, like, yo, he threw gasoline on this man, and y'all worried about it.
Yo, I'm weak. You worry about the tree and you forget about the
but
forest.
listen. When I watch these matches, I'm watching cartoons.
Yes.
I don't expect reality to happen. You are right. He threw gasoline on this man.
He threw gasoline and threatened the nigga and said, yo, if y'all don't quit, this nigga's going in flames.
Yes, and I'm okay with that. We
I
are
am
watching.
too, but we got people that's worried about a chair shot and not this nigga's livelihood of getting burnt. Priorities.
I love it.
But Blood and Guts for me, it just reminded me that the wrong nigga won the Owen Hart tournament. Wrong nigga won.
Who should have won?
I'm gonna say Hangman Adam Page should have won that shit. And them two niggas should have main evented the damn UK show.
And that's what I was saying.
Daniel Bryan sitting there Indian style with Renee Young, and then Jeff Jarrett coming to talk to him. I said, what? I said, what? And then when Adam had fucking, and I knew he was gonna come from behind. So I knew that was happening. When he came out and handcuffed him,
Yeah, that shit was
I
great.
said,
Fine.
in that moment, I said, the wrong nigga won, and it should have been Hangman.
It should have been awesome. Like
Because how am I gonna subscribe to goody old Daniel Bryan that following doctor's orders by not wrestling until the UK show, and is the goody two shoes in the situation when Swerve's out here fighting for his life against Hangman? Like what? I don't know. I don't know.
I loved it, boy. I love that shit. This shit makes no sense. This shit is obnoxious. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is Dragon Ball Z / Twisted Metal /
this was their best blood and guts. I will absolutely say that.
Yeah, it's more structured. Yeah.
It was structured. It made the most sense.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't think. And what's his name? What's the other nigga with the acclaim?
Matt Caster.
No, the other one. Oh, Bowen.
Andy
I
Bowen.
didn't think Bowens had an extreme bone in his body, and he proved me wrong.
You forget he fought Tessa Blanchard in the Anywhere Falls match at Battle Club?
No. I didn't believe that, and y'all can watch that on Title Match Network. Cheap plugs. But I mean, this nigga went through 3 out of 4 tables. This nigga was out here stapling niggas. He was hitting niggas.
Got you.
I said, whoa, this is a different side.
Bowen had to prove himself. He ain't just a pretty hero.
I was impressed. Listen,
a pretty boy. He proved himself right.
If you are listening, I was impressed.
He's a pretty boy, though.
You're right. Like, it was just like, yo, he gracefully flew off that cage into them 3 out of them 4 tables.
I don't know why I got so surprised. He fought Tessa in the Anywhere Falls match.
But that and falling off of how many feet, whatever the fuck they was, into 3 out of 4 tables is a very different. You got to work yourself up for that.
My man said, "I'm pretty and gay, but I'll fuck you up."
Yo, that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
He said, "I'm pretty gay, but I will fuck you up." That's
what he did. But then again, his old gimmick was he's a 5'2" player. What do you expect from him?
Oh, so we got 5'2".
We're also talking to the man that's also a Bowen's mark. So I understand. I understand, my brother. I understand what you're saying. But for the other people who aren't Bowen's marks, he proved himself that he ain't just this pretty boy that be out here on these streets. That he will fuck you up.
And I appreciated that. Watching that, I appreciated that. I definitely. But and then Darby getting the title match out of the whole thing, and I was just like, well, okay, that's cool.
Because Darby is TNT. Like, Darby is the face of the TNT title. Like.
I think that honestly, I look forward to him and Jack Perry. I think once again, I think the matches that they're gearing up for All In is gonna be worth it. They all have stories to them, really, except for the Daniel Bryan and Swerve thing. Y'all got about a month to figure that out for me, because I'm not surprised. Like, I would rather see Hangman versus Swerve.
All right, see that too. All right, see that too.
Like, unless Daniel Bryan gonna turn and do some wild shit,
So let me ask you guys a random question. Have the pillars of AEW improved?
Except for Sammy. Yeah.
The ones that been on TV, yes. I was like, the ones that's been active, yes.
Well, it's only Sammy that hasn't been active, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm like, your answer is my answer.
When we talk about the pillars, and let's just talk about the talent, MJF is the main guy.
Yes.
Jack Perry, we got to thank CM Punk, because after that CM Punk situation,
he came out of dinosaur land and turned himself to a whole new nigga.
Yeah, he became that guy. Then we look at Darby Allin. Darby Allin has been that guy for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at the pillars outside of Sammy, because I don't know why they made him a pillar, no offense, but they're doing their job.
Well, because he was kind of like the first thing. He was with Jericho in the beginning, and he was just like the new shiny toy situation.
You know what? You're right.
But no, him being a pillar makes sense. I just think they haven't cultivated him, and for whatever reason, they just haven't been able to get him back in the swing of things since the whole thing with him and whatchamacallit and Jeff Hardy and that shit. So it's just like, it's such a, he's between a rock and a hard place, because it's like, yo, I'm doing a damn if I do, damn if I don't type of, he's in that kind of like realm, which is weird.
But the thing about it is, he needs to get away from Jericho. That's the thing. And every time I feel like he tried to branch out, Jericho somehow is around him. And I feel like he hasn't evolved to get out of Jericho's shadow since then. That's the problem. Everyone knows.
Had him and Jericho won them tag belts off of Ricky and Big Bill, I think it would have popped.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they missed that when they had that match like that, and I was like, damn, I would have thought Jericho And because that's why when Bill went to Jericho after that, that seemed weird because it was just like y'all just had this match against each other. So now you want to fuck with him because
So
you won?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
confused.
yeah. Like I agree with you. I agree with you, but like I just feel like Sammy, he has everything, but he's missing the umph.
No, he just
Like,
have to. I think he just has to stop being a dickhead.
yeah. And I feel like how that I guess you know what it is? Next see him being at home with his kid, it probably did change him for the better. Because you have to
Yeah.
understand that at any moment, yo, all this can be taken away. I'm not saying
Mhm.
that hurt nothing like that, but I'm saying that having a kid in your life,
It changes the game a little bit, changes your outview on things, and
Yeah.
listen, it changed my game.
priorities is different. Real quick, and then we'll wrap up. We saw I can't say debut because Camille's been on TV before, but we saw the
Fire.
partnership between Camille and Mercedes Monet cultivate on Wednesday Night Dynamite. Um, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
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 Well, I just don't want her to get diesel. I don't want that for her. She's better than that.
Also, the Jobbertears SummerSlam viewing party is gonna be moved to Jack Dempsey. I'll update everything.
Okay,
Thank you.
breaking news on that. But yeah, I just thought. I mean, I guess it's okay. For me, I would have rather seen Camille be Camille, but it is what
But
it is.
it. I think that was the best way to debut her, and
Yeah.
then I think they listen. It is what it is, but I think that was the best way to debut her because like, all right, we'll do it, and then potentially she gets the rub, and then they'll lead to a
Right.
few potential feud between
Yeah.
those two.
But I mean, does the if not one of the longest reigning NWA Women's Champions, does she really need to rub like that?
But then you also got to ask this question: Is does that audience know who she is?
Exactly. You don't want her to
Who-
get a who are you?
Yeah.
Well, she
So
already probably had got that because if you couldn't like, then that's the kind of gift and the curse when you there live and somebody come out and you don't know who they are, you can't hear commentary say who that person is, so you still
yeah,
gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
yeah. So I
And
think
honestly,
that's
Excalibur, listen, we listen, Excalibur be hitting the misses, but he definitely said who she was, like continuously has said
of
that on
yeah, of
TV. So
course. But I just think that that's potentially what it is of building her up, getting the right rub from Mercedes, and
and I
then
did like the Tony and Mariah May thing. She came out of nowhere and somebody handed her a microphone. And we were trying to figure out where she got the microphone from.
yeah.
But like I said, all their build ups to All In, except for the main event seems promising. I need them to figure out how they're really gonna sell Swerve and Daniel Bryan to me. Outside of them both being from Washington State, outside of them being two good technical wrestlers, like
But
no,
who's the
I
heel? Who's the face in this?
exactly. I need to know that.
True.
All
Because
right.
you got
So
Well,
Daniel Bryan who's on the last legs of his, full time career, and then you have Swerve who's trying to really cement his legacy as world champion.
I think that's the point of it. I think it's a legacy match. Maybe Janelle. I think it's maybe
put a
But
notch on
then
his
Daniel
belt.
Bryan wins.
yeah. Just so we give that Tony's about good matches, so we give that quality match. It gives Swerve something on his resume. Daniel Bryan can help give him a rub, and that's basically. I don't think it's any storyline really.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Well, as so Wilkins mentioned, our viewing party will be now at Jack Dempsey, so look out for information and updates on that. Next week, it's SummerSlam. So if you are in the Cleveland, Ohio, and you see me or so Wilkins, you can say hey, 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 because we'll be out there. And then once again, all roads lead to JobberSlam for August the 24th, the day before our all-in viewing party. So make sure to come out. We just announced once again Sarah Wilkins finishing his story against Darius Carter. And then we had the one before that was NWA Tag Team titles on the line. We have a Fatal 4-Way going up. We got the 5 Points Championship. We got the Icons Championship. So we do have like I mentioned, we do have a few more matches to announce in the next few weeks. So make sure to
Oh,
look
and don't
out.
forget, if you are in the New York area, tonight is
Yes. Speaking about Swerve, he's going against the man, the myth, the legend, Amazing Red tonight at HOG at High Intensity. It's their biggest annual show. So make sure to come out if you are in the tri-state area. You got Swerve and Amazing Red. I do believe there are others matches. If you have those flyers, you may want to pump them up. But
No, I don't. No, I don't.
okay, well that probably is going to be the main event. So there's that.
That is the main event.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so there's that. So once again, doors open at 6.
Yeah, 6. Bell time is 7.
Bell's at 7. So if you are looking for a Friday night delight, you can go out to Jamaica Queens and check that out. But other than that, this has been Mr. Black's homework is to watch Wolverine versus Wolverine Deadpool. So we can talk about it some more next week or the week after. And we're gonna start making those plans for Atlanta for Bad Blood. Okay.
All right.
So,
Peace,
as
guys.
always, I'm Janelle from HR here with our Wilkins and Mr. Black. # Black Excellence. #
It's over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans, you gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.